Hello again and welcome to Geek Wisdom. I have AJ with me today.
Hello.
It's the 24th and I usually have him on the 24th. I have to drop him off tomorrow morning so he got a vote for Pedro t-shirt in case you didn't miss his flaunting there, and he's really wanted one for a while, so now he has one. So
I'm a big fan of Napoleon Dynamite.
Indeed. It's a good movie.
I know all the words.
Yep. Okay, let's get to the topic at hand. Mad Magazine. A picture of Barack Obama looking like the cover of the album of Nirvana's Nevermind, and he's chasing a dollar. This did not bother me. I'm not an American, so I don't keep up with politics as much as, I should. But this article here was a problem for me. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called Unwritten Rules for Transgender Newbies. And it's just awful. It's just awful. I have talked with you guys about the one documentary I have that I really like called Southern Comfort. You've never seen that, have you?
No, you told me about it.
Okay, I've told him about it anyway. We'll try and squeeze that in maybe today or whenever. Yeah, the unwritten rules for transgender newbies. Now, I understand that this whole thing is supposed to be a farce. I get that. It's not that I'm humor impaired or anything or deficient. I know, it's supposed to be a joke. I did not find this funny. This down here. I did not find it funny because it's, well, for the same reason I wouldn't find it funny if it was unwritten rules for gay people. Like, it's making light of a situation that really too many people have been making light of recently. I'm talking about things like, what's that idiot's name? Michelle Bachmann or Rick Perry. Things like that with the institution of marriage, and man is married to a woman and that's the way it's gonna go. And if okay, this one's it's Michelle Bachmann, another thing called The Look of Moron. So yeah, so they are making fun of her, but the thing is this, transgender people, they are who they are. I've had discussions with you at other times where, I'm not the most girly person. I consider myself gender queer because I'm kind of here, kind of there, but, and I mentioned about the hair attacks by one of my friends. But people who are transgender, they're not, it's not funny. They're not people to make fun of and say things about, because if you look at any story from a transgender point of view, there is a lot of bullying generally in the story. There's a lot of confusion, and many of them end in suicide. Now, if I was transgender, which I'm not, but I'm kind of not quite all, cisgender. So if I'm looking at this, and let's say I'm a kid, because they have, little kids read this. I'm looking at this, and suddenly I'm thinking, oh, it's who I am, which is serious to me, is just a joke, is just fodder to make people laugh. And I think that is terribly wrong. AJ read the article. What did you think, AJ?
I don't know. There's conflicting point of views about it, depending on which side of it you're on, because it could be offensive in some cases, and then in other cases it could just be, like you said, trying to make light of the situation. And for me, it was just another article in the magazine, because I've had a lot of like experience with the Mad magazines, and they make fun of everything they possibly can, and for some reason that really does mean everything. Like they'll make fun of any kind of person, and I don't think they mean to make any offense to anybody. They just try to make people laugh, and sometimes it makes people laugh and sometimes they get offended, but it's all in how they view the joke, and they can't really, they don't mean to harm anybody, but sometimes they do, which is a shame.
What would you think if you saw Degrassi with the Adam character, right? How would you feel if you found out one of your friends was transgender? Would you be viewing this any differently if it's somebody that you know? Whether, they feel like a woman inside, or a woman who a genetic woman feels like a man inside. How would you feel if it was your friend? Would that change your view on this?
Probably not, but I would maybe ask them how they felt about things, maybe make me more intrigued about how they are, because this is just, of course, pointing out like the humor things about it, but it could be offensive. Okay.
So what I just asked AJ, I think, is what I want to keep, let's try and finish a whole sentence. I wanted to, show AJ this and have him think about it a little bit more. And if you come across something like this, if you have kids, or hear kids talking, the best thing you can do is let them open up about their feelings. Let them open up about how they're doing. And as much as possible, if you're a parent out there or any sort of relative, just make sure that they know that these people are just like anybody else. They want to live their life in peace, away from bullying and discrimination. So in light of the bullying, discrimination thing, I will say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all my loved ones, and especially Marthieve Manor and Difficult Nerd. You guys have helped me through a lot this past little while, and I love you. For Geek Wisdom, I'm Tanya Slade.
And I'm AJ Slade. Don't forget to vote for Pedro.
Good night.